7. Here we go. Protective sports equipment. All right. Protective sports. Go ahead. Go up, Master. Protective sports equipment. Active space. Protective sports equipment. All right. So there's different types. Now, where can I go get sports equipment? Academy's a sporting goods store. Dick's Sporting Good, Academy, Sears and Roebuck. Sears and Roebuck? You've never heard of it? Anyway, Sears and Roebuck would be my time. You could go over there and buy a baseball bat. Or you could order it in the catalog. That was the best way. The catalog was like this thick, and you'd sit and you'd order it. You had to go to the store and then order it through the catalog, and then they would. Hello, Miss Davis? Yes. The catalog order that you ordered in store is now here. You can come pick it up. No, you didn't send it to your house. They took it, they sent it to the store. Oh, the life that you all live. So there's commercial equipment bought from a sporting goods dealer. See how it all works together? So you walk into a store, it's commercial. You want to go buy them, and that could be anything from tennis balls to shoes to socks. You can also go in there and buy a lacrosse stick. You can go buy, Yeah, and we'll play that here in a while. We'll show how that they have to be used. Yeah, and if you don't come back with a bruise, you're not doing it good enough. There's prophylactic equipment, which is equipment designed to try and help you stay safe or keep an injury from occurring. And then there's customized equipment, which happens to be, you see, get made in here all the time. So customized is designed for one individual. Prophylactic equipment is designed to keep you from getting hurt. And then your commercial is you can pick up the telephone and call from a sporting goods dealer, get online, order it from wherever. All right? So we need a helmet. Okay? Especially with all this hoopla about concussions. So where do you need to wear a helmet? Well, obviously in football, obviously in baseball, and then I've got a few more. Hockey. Did you know that it's only been maybe 30 years since or 25 years since they've required the NHL players to wear a helmet? Hockey's been around for 100 years or more. It's one of the oldest sports. Well, if you'll let me get to it, we'll get to it. So, hockey, one of the last major contacts slash puck to your face type sport to require. Now, first thing what they did is they made it optional, and all the old guys, because of their dementia that was going on from getting hit in the head so many times, they didn't wear them. The young kids, they started wearing them. One of the things that hockey, one of the things hockey would have, they would always have people that were missing teeth. Yeah, I'll have to find some pictures about this. What about softball? Yeah, you got a projectile being thrown across the field, and some of them don't ever know where it's going. Track. Exactly, you need to wear it down there. One is required to wear in pole vault, isn't it? I think it is. But we need to. All right? You do? Good, then you need to. All right, I'll tell you a story about a friend of mine. When I was back in Jersey in high school, I used to pole vault. Can you believe that? There's more underneath it. So, so my friend went up to pole vault, and he went up, and he did not get enough speed, and so he didn't get to cross the threshold. He fell back down, he broke his neck. Okay? No, he didn't. Matter of fact, he went into the Navy. So, but he didn't get to be able to do, he wasn't able to do the things that he wanted to do in the Navy, which was be a naval pilot, because of that. All right? Now, because, yeah, he had surgery, was in a halo, oh my goodness, it was tough. But either way about it, A helmet's not going to protect him from that, but there's going to be that kid that goes up, comes back down, hits his head on the runway or in the pit or whatnot. You're dropping from 9, 10, 12 feet, and you hit on your head. So that'd be like, this is like, oh, what is that? 7 foot, 8 foot ceiling. So if I got you right up there and we just rolled you off the wall and let you hit and your head hits the concrete, you're not going to like it. What? Great. So, but the biggest one is discus. I've actually had people get hit in the head with a great big dinner plate. They're out there, they're warming up, they throw, they walk out there. Let me go get the discus. And she gets in the discus ring, says, I ain't waiting on you. It's sort of like you guys going bowling. You really don't want to wait for that thing to come down and get the pins out of the way, do you? You're ready to throw it and destruct. That's the same with the discus. You're never waiting. And so I've actually had people get hit in the head. There's one kid who got killed. No, not here. But a kid got killed, got hit in the head with a discus. Wear a helmet. It's a whole lot easier. It might look funny, but if you dazzle it up, you'd be all right. How about, so what about, that's track. Rodeo. Yeah, well, not just bull riders, but how about saddle bronc riders? What about bulldoggers? What about chuck wagon drivers? You were? How is he? They just said he went to the hospital, but actually they just buried him under Reliant. Whatever. Obviously, the chuck wagons, you know, they got little chuck wagons, got like 4 horses out front. They had the chuck wagon races. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so he's going around a corner, and those horses were going so fast, he fell off. He slung off the bench and went. Hold on, we gotta get some sound effects on the deal. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's terrible. What? Rodeo clowns don't wear helmets, but that's also a good thing. But usually the rodeo clowns are the ones who are probably some of the safest as far as their head, because they're constantly seeing the bull. But it, yeah, really, in Arlington, Virginia. Oh, Weatherford. You're over. Well, was it Weatherford? It was Parker County Rodeo. Just a suburb of Millsap. Okay. Got nailed in the belly. His belly button got bigger. Yeah, you don't want to play around with it. How about boxing? Well, that would be the next one. Would be wrestling. Hey, hey, we know some. We got somebody here who knows about wrestling. Maddie. Yeah, she wrestled up at the old school. But we don't have wrestling here in our school, so maybe what we'll do is we'll just take this period tomorrow. We take this period tomorrow and go in the mat room. All right, here's your homework for Monday. Okay, you got homework for Monday. Find a helmet for soccer. Have you ever seen Muhammad Ali? You ever hear of him? Yeah. Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. Right? And he was. Do it again. Do it again. And so, have you seen him now? He shivers. He's like he has Parkinson's from all the boom, boom to his face, to his head. Right? And so you end up with Parkinson's with all these micro traumas going over and over and over from boxing. Boxing has not just micro traumas, but they get traumas because you get knocked out. So Muhammad Ali shakes now. He can barely talk. You know, somebody has to wipe his mouth. Terrible, terrible thing. The same thing happens to soccer players if they play long enough. Yes. Keep heading the ball, heading the ball. So tomorrow or Monday, so between now and Monday, if you so Monday, I want to know a helmet. You can either email it, you can text it, you can print it out, whatever it is. But always make sure that you include your name in whatever venue or vehicle that you send it through. Okay? Good. All right, football helmets. They're you tell me where it is, how much it costs, and why you should wear it. Football helmets. Gotta have a football helmet, right? And if you're gonna get a football helmet, no, actually it's not. It's not small. It's actually just about perfect. Now, I got the big melon head. So we're about to learn about football helmets. Stop and get focused. You. All right. So it's got to be NOCSA approved, which is the National Operating Committee on Standards for Athletic Equipment. Not only do football helmets have to be approved, but so do baseball helmets, etc. All right. Why y'all laughing? Never seen a guy in a helmet before? All right. So they develop the standard and certifications for football helmet certification. They take this helmet and they drop it on a plastic head. All right. So they put the helmet on a plastic head and then they drop it on a piece of wood. Right. And inside the plastic head is what's called an accelerometer. The accelerometer, what it does, oh, right there, isn't it? The accelerometer, yeah. The accelerometer will measure how much force has been absorbed by the helmet. Okay? So, if you'll look on this helmet right here, you see where this is stamped? It's NOCSA approved. Okay? If it doesn't have that approval, you don't wear it or you don't buy it. So approved helmets must protect against, now it says concussive forces, but there's not, come to think of it, it can't protect against all concussive forces, but it must protect up to a certain level of forces, all right, that may injure the brain. Concussions usually are caused from collision from one player to another. So, all right, I want to put my helmet on so I'm protected. And I want, now you stand over there and we're going to run and hit heads like a couple of buddy rams. Okay? So we run and we hit heads. Where it meets, we have to know about physics because there's going to be some force generated. And what is the formula for force? Times acceleration. I use velocity, but you can write acceleration, that's fine. All right, so that's going to give you your force. Force doesn't know direction. It just knows the mass and the speed. Whether it came from that way or comes from this way, it doesn't know. All right, so concussions usually occur from hitting another player, boom, going up to catch, and you hit the turf. Absolutely. Absolutely. Scary, scary. Because you can die from concussion. So it is important that schools provide, if you're going to have football, that you provide a quality helmet. Got to be approved, if not annually, then biannually, meaning every other year. All right? And don't take the assumption that it has this sticker on it. All right? Make sure you see it. You'll also find them in helmets on the inside. They stick them everywhere now. It's crazy. All right. Here's the warning. Where? I just talked about that. I was just on there. Here's your warning. Warning, warning. This helmet, okay? Go back to it. Do not strike an opponent with any part of this helmet or face mask. This is a violation of football rules and may cause you to suffer severe brain injury, including paralysis or death. Severe brain or neck injury may occur accidentally while playing football. No helmet can prevent all such injuries. Use this helmet at your own risk. Well, yes, exactly. There's another little thing that says that's been going around talking about keep your head out of football. Yes. All right. So, I, so I'm going to give you this football helmet. You said you wanted to wear it. Okay. So, as she puts it on, wearing a football helmet is not like wearing a baseball cap. Football helmets are not designed to be comfortable. Very snug. Oh, wow. You guys are reading ahead. So, when fitting a helmet, wet the player's hair. Why do you want to wet their hair? Well, how's that going to be? Huh? Yes. Christian Price, if he ever gets, I shouldn't say a kid's name, but if that kid there, if he ever gets a haircut, he's he's got to get fitted again. All right. So you want to wet their hair down to simulate being outside and them sweating. All right. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines. The manufacturers actually have videos not just on YouTube, but you can actually get the DVD if you call them and say, hey. And what you need to do is you need to have it in service of everybody on your coaching staff, and then say, learn this. And if you're real smart, you'll do a test. Check routinely for a fit. All right. This is really important. Way before your time, there was a football team called the Houston Gamblers. Okay. They were in what was called the USFL. They played football in the spring to compete with the NFL. Anybody ever hear of a quarterback named Jim Kelly? Played for the Buffalo Bills, went to 4 Super Bowls. Okay. Anyway, he played for the Houston Gamblers. But here's the other thing about that is that they had Roy Don Wilson was their athletic trainer, and Roy Don was cruising around watching practice, and one guy got hit during practice, and it plumb knocked him for a loop. Woohoo, hoo-hoo, cuckoo, right? And one of his teammates is sitting on the bench laughing like a hyena. And Roy Don says, what's so daggone funny? He goes, I let the air out of his helmet before practice. Yeah. He took the air out of the guy's helmet before practice. So anyways, the dude that did do that got fined. The dude that was wearing the helmet and got the concussion missed at least that ball game. And so it's important that you check the air. Now, not only that, but we live here in Houston area. We are so close to sea level, right? What about if we go cruise and we keep getting taller and we're all the way over to Denver? Huh? How high? A mile high, right? Mile high, home of the Broncos. So you're a mile high. What's the weather like there?
Cold.
It's cold. Why?
Because we're hot.
Yeah, we're much higher. So, and I'm glad that was pertinent to this. So, anyway, he's got his helmet. It's fit for Houston. Okay? He goes to Denver. Is it going to be tighter or looser?
You shrink when you get cold. Oh yeah, yeah. And then it gets hot. Oh yeah, it gets hot. It's like kind of like when you wear rings. Yeah, like when it gets hot, it swells up.
We're not talking about heat though. We're talking about air pressure.
Oh. It's tighter.
There's more whenever you go up.
It has nothing to do with temperature.
That's why you need tighter. Whenever you go higher, your air stops and like the air.
Yeah, so here we are. We got pretty much air inside those foam, right? The air pressure is less at a higher altitude, right? So I'm not having air pressure push on the foam in the helmet, am I? I've got less. So it gets tighter. So if that same team, say we were playing in the Naval Academy, they're coming down to the University of Houston to play a football game, they just fitted their helmets, will it be okay when they come to U of H? Why? Is it going to be tighter or looser? Why? And the pressure at sea level is greater than from Colorado Springs. See how that works? So check your the Air Force Academy, one or the other. We can find out later when we render this thing. So football helmets, you need chin straps. You need at least 2-point chin straps. You're not going to find that. That's one on each side. 1 and 2. Who do you see that wears a 2-point chin strap anymore? Kickers, quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, he does it, and he pulls it off, and then goes over here and goes, just count double check.
Is that why the guys like they always leave one unlocked?
Huh?
Like in practice, they leave like one like that.
Because they're knuckleheads. All right. So you need at least 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that have 4 on it? 2 on each? That's got 3 on each side?
Yeah.
Oh, that middle one's not a chin strap. So that's a 4-point. The 4-point. I don't recommend that you take off the top ones, and you see it in the pros all the time. They take the top ones off, and then they screw the chin straps on. All right? The chin straps are there for a reason. 1, to help hold your helmet on. 2, here's your other thought about it. It's not only holding it on, the chin strap has got to have a release point. It's got to have a release point. It's got to have a release point to where if you get hit, well, let's say if she got hit, if you're wearing a helmet, what you got going on? She's wearing a helmet, right? And she's at softball even. She's got a chin strap on. Do you want that helmet, if you're going in to slide and somebody hits you in the face and you hit the chin and you hit the little face mask in the front, do you want that to be stuck on there so bad that your head gets snapped all the way back? Or do you want that helmet to come off when it hits a certain amount of pressure? I want it to come off, and I bet you do too. Yes. So you screw that on, that might not happen. All right. Those are not called ear pads inside of a helmet. Come on. Come on. These are not ear pads. They're not protecting your ears. They are protecting your jaws. You need to make sure that your jaw pads fit snugly. When I put this on homie over here, he's taking it and he's got it going back and forth, right? I put it on and it's pretty snug, right? It wasn't snug with him, huh? Don't look like a chipmunk. But, and you want a metal face mask. You don't want a plastic one. Why are y'all laughing? All right. Here's my eyebrow. You need to have it a finger width above your eyebrow. All right, I'll show you that. I'll show you that tomorrow. All right. You want a metal face mask and not a plastic one. The plastic ones, their selling point is they say it doesn't weigh as much. The problem is that you can stand on a plastic one and then it spreads out. Well, if it spreads out, you get hit, it spreads out your helmet. So instantaneously, when you get hit, your helmet doesn't fit. Not a good idea. That would stink, wouldn't it? So, all right.
Thank you for choosing Redoubt. The following video will demonstrate how to properly fit your new Riddell football helmet. Before we begin, please read and familiarize yourself with the warning labels that come with your new helmet. And remember, a properly fitted helmet is the important first step in player protection. The Riddell Speed Flex is built upon the
Twins.
foundation of research, design, and engineered protective technologies, along with the protective features informed by Riddell's proprietary HITS technology, is state-of-the-art helmet head protection for the game of football.
Check the head size.
The first step in properly fitting your Riddell football helmet is to measure your head size. For a player with a 21-inch circumference measurement, Riddell recommends starting with a Riddell Speed Flex helmet.
I know it's past that.
Before putting on your Riddell Speed Flex helmet, make sure the correct size appears in the helmet size. After confirming the appropriate size, hold the helmet with the thumbs over the bottom of the jaw pad or a face pad, and the fingers against the exterior shell. Bring the helmet down at a slight angle, with the jaw pads first touching the temples. Please note that inflation may or may not be needed. Inflation is for fitting purposes only. If your helmet is properly fitted without inflation, no inflation adjustments are necessary. When adjusting the inflatable helmet liners, it is important to use a Riddell inflation ball and a well-lubricated Riddell inflation needle. The Riddell inflation needle is 5/8 of an inch long and will not damage your liners if used properly. Notice that the Riddell inflation needle is shorter when compared to a standard inflation needle. When lubricating the inflation needle, do not use petroleum-based lubricants or saliva, as they can weaken the valve material. Glycerin is the recommended lubricant that can be found in your local pharmacy. Apply the glycerin to the inflation needle with Riddell's specially tipped glycerin bottle. Start the custom fitting process by adjusting the height of the helmet with the inflatable crown liner. Insert the needle into the valve, making sure not to puncture the opposite wall of the crown liner. Inflate the crown liner at inflation point number 1 on the top of the helmet shell and adjust the height of the helmet on the player's head. The front of the helmet should be approximately 1 inch above the player's eyebrows. The Riddell Speed Flex also features an adjustable backside liner. Adjust the backside liner at inflation point number 2 on the back of the helmet shell. Add air to achieve a snug, comfortable fit front to back and side to side. Adjust the Riddell Speed Flex's occipital cradle at inflation point number 3 at the back of the helmet shell, just above the Riddell nameplate. Add air for a snug fit. The Riddell Speed Flex comes with inflatable jaw pads. When properly fit, the jaw pad should feel firm against the player's face. The fit can be adjusted with the helmet on the player's head. Inflate the jaw pad at the valve located on the exterior jaw flap. Inflatable jaw pads are also available at different thicknesses. Use these to avoid overinflation. A properly fitted Riddell Speed Flex helmet should rest approximately 1 inch above the player's eyebrows. Check for a proper fit by interlocking the hands on top of the Riddell Speed Flex and pressing down on the exterior shell. The skin of the forehead should move with the front pad. There should be no room for twisting. If helmet slides easily over the forehead, inflate helmet liners or try a smaller helmet. The player should feel pressure on crown of head, not ground. To avoid injury or discomfort, never wear a helmet positioned too high or too low. The Riddell Speed Flex features a new ratchet lock attachment system. To adjust the upper straps, loosen but do not remove the screw of the strap lock that holds the straps in place. Slide the strap through the strap lock to tighten or loosen the chin cup on the chin, making sure the cup is centered and snug over the player's chin. Tighten the screws of the strap lock to secure the upper straps in place. With lower straps threaded through the ratchet lock,
I haven't seen that.
you will hear a clicking sound as straps are pulled through the ratchet lock housing. Once chin cup is firmly centered and firm against the chin, hold for one final clicking sound to set into place. The lower straps of the chin strap should pass through the notch at the lower sides of the helmet shell. To take off the Riddell Speed Flex, the lower chin strap attachment must first be released. To do ratchet lock. Next, the player should place an index finger into the left and right ear holes of the helmet. Finally, the player should press his thumbs into the bottom of the jaw pad, located below the ear holes on the inside of the helmet, and lift the helmet up and off the head. Thanks again for choosing the Riddell Ski Flex football helmet.
I don't know. Great music. This here is more pictures of how to do that. So you need to use, one thing I like to use is tongue depressors. When you put that on, you need to have a tongue depressor that will fit snugly between the jaw pad and the jaw. When you let go, that tongue depressor should not let go also. That's obviously way too loose. So tongue depressors are certainly advantageous on getting a deal. They should be able to feel on top of their head. You don't have any movement. The thing about this is that you see these guys and they put this thing on. You can do that. Yeah. See, so that stays there, and it should have a little hold to it. The other thing is that when you set somebody's helmet up, it should not go up and down and rock on like a baseball cap. If there's any movement, which I don't have any, but if there is, it is the skin actually moving and not the helmet moving. That's when you know you have it tight enough. It needs to be tight. Yeah, how many inches is that around? Huh? What do you think? 32. All right, I'm going. There's 15. 20. Dang, it's bigger than that. 22. The guy was 21, wasn't he? 23. 24. It's actually 24 and a half. I am right there, 24 and a half. So, no, that's like 20. So, anyway, whether or not it's big head or not. Snug fit. Check to make sure that the jaw pads are snug. Use a tongue depressor. You got that. Proper adjustment. If your helmet's too loose, it comes off. If you've got somebody whose helmet constantly comes off during ball games or practices, you need to address this. You've got a problem. This kid is wearing no, a way too big a helmet. And the bad thing is that especially when you start getting down to freshman and JV or junior high, you go over there and you look, and there's this much gap in between their jaw and the helmet, and it's like a bell. And that's when we have to say, you're not playing until you get a helmet that fits. So,
Thank you for choosing Riddell. The following video will.
we just did that, didn't we? So I put it on there twice. Great. All right. Tomorrow we'll talk about baseball.